Hello, my name is Justin Urquhart-Stewart, and welcome to my short recording on the markets. If you haven't been here before, you're very welcome. If not, well, hard luck, you're back again. Well, what a week you've got ahead of you. It's going to be very exciting. Good luck with your voting. I'm always amazed by your voting queues. But more importantly, what impact does this have? There are two vital issues. Obviously, what happens as a result of the election, and obviously what happens with the vaccine, which is going to impact on the markets. And if I may be parochial for point of view of the United Kingdom for a second, we've also got to deal with Brexit. But from your point of view, you don't have to worry about that. But what is really important here, which either side actually wins, it does obviously impact on the global economy, but either side is going to have a huge packet of stimulus to actually go through. And neither side will actually wish to have a full lockdown, but there will actually obviously be increased controls. That's probably going to be inevitable. The bit I want to highlight especially, though, is the area that's been obviously highlighted as the area of great sin for all of this. And I don't mean COVID, I mean China. Next year, China's growth figures will be better than this year's, not surprisingly. But the very fact there were growth figures in China, I think, is a bit surprising. But be careful of Chinese growth figures. They are somewhat imaginative sometimes. But we're looking at figures of probably something like 1.2 to 1.3% for this year. In Chinese terms, that's virtually flat. Next year, we'll probably see figures of about 8%, which is not double digit, which is something they're used to, but nonetheless, considering what's happening, that's pretty positive. And that's positive for the rest of Asia and those emerging markets overall. Also, I'm afraid, what's happened in terms of the trade war with America has had a greater impact on America than China, as I think many of us have been saying for some time. Be careful of what happens when you impact on changes of tariffs, because it has very strange, long-lasting impacts, because alternative trades are found. So trade that was going to America has now found other routes and will probably not go back to America. The benefits in terms of extra tariffs have actually gone mostly to the farmers to actually placate them for the trade that they've lost with all of that. And I'm afraid also we've probably seen, if you're doing a calculation on the S&P 500, extracting obviously the techs, we've probably seen a weighting of about 6% off their values because of what's happened with China. So whoever wins, I hope, is actually going to start dealing with China in a more mature basis. If that's Trump and maturity don't necessarily go together necessarily as natural words. But with Biden, well, let's hope they can actually reach a deal. I don't mind, so long as America does reach a deal, because it's good for America. And what's good for America is going to be good for the rest of the world. So in terms of investing, therefore, you don't have to actually then waste your money at the moment. See actually what's going to be happening out of this. There will be a vaccine coming through. And when that vaccine does come through, remember the global economy is going to be growing, if only at the moment because of the pressure coming from China. America's economy will bounce back with that package as well, and that's going to be encouraging. So I, for one, am going to be a bull. And I'm going to be looking at those companies which are going to be in a better shape post all of this issue. In some of that, it's going to be those companies which have been very badly damaged indeed, but are financially strong enough to come through the other side. Some of those maybe, for example, maybe airlines who've got enough cash. Certainly in the UK, that'd be something like IAG, which is British Airways to us. Strong cash position, seriously adjusted financial position and risk. So well able to actually manage this slowdown. We can see similar operations in the States as well. Cash-rich businesses which have had their stocks hit really rather hard indeed, which will benefit then from the change of that vital word, confidence. So good luck at the election, and whoever is going to be your leader. And we look forward to seeing that huge package coming through. The package will inevitably be better to travel than to arrive, I suspect. But actually, it's going to be the deals done internationally to be able to get the confidence back in. That's what we're all going to want to see. And as that's happening, and the news of the vaccine improves, that's when you want to be involved in this market. Buy those companies where you've seen severe hits in price, but companies which are in good cash positions or have been able to raise cash in this market. Good luck, and I hope to see you again sometime soon, maybe on the other side of the election. Goodbye.